Championship. Great to be joined by two of the major champions this year on the LPGA Tour. Full disclosure, by the way, we expected to have Michelle Wee here as well and make this 3 Americans and 3 major winners. But we do have these two, and quite a year for both of you. Great to have Lexi Thompson here and Mo Martin as well. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Let's get some thoughts first of all before we kind of dive into the specifics of your major wins and where you are looking forward to potentially winning the big award at the end of the year for major performance. Thoughts on this golf course, and I'll start with you, Lexi. Initial impression and what you thought as you played it.
Yeah, well, I got to play for the first time yesterday, and it's in perfect shape for us. I mean, it's a great layout. I got to hit pretty much driver on every hole. I didn't play it much, but it's a great layout overall. I think it'll be really good for spectators to watch, and hopefully we'll get a lot of people out here.
Did you immediately think advantage Lexi Thompson?
Well, hitting driver on every hole thing I like, but you know, I think it just suits for anybody that hits it pretty straight. I mean, I'm sure they'll let the rust grow up even deeper throughout the week, so just keep it straight. Usually win a major championship and plus.
How about you, Mo? What are your thoughts on the golf course?
I had actually only seen the front nine. I raised my thumb last week, so haven't been seeing very many golf balls. I actually walked the front nine yesterday, hit a few chips and putts, and I thought very similar things. It's in superb condition, and the layout looks fantastic. So I haven't seen the backside, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's beautiful.
So the immediate follow-up is how do you thumb?
It's getting better. It's in the process of healing right now, and so I've seen some improvement just in the last few days, so it's looking hopeful.
Treatment? What have you been doing, and can you hit shots out of this rough without pain?
No, I haven't hit any shot without pain, so I think I'm just going to have to deal with that for a little bit. It has been x-rayed, so bone structure is healthy. That's very positive. So structurally, it's nothing serious. Ligaments is just, we've got some damage there, so just heat, ice, more ice, and rest when I can.
Let's get some hands and questions. We've got microphones. One more from me to each of you. 1999, the last time the first 3 majors in the LPGA were won by American players. It's been since 1992 that all Americans won all of the majors. So far, it's been a great year for the US of A. Specific thoughts on your major championship and your year thus far, Lexi?
My thoughts on my year?
Yours, only yours.
Well, I think it's going pretty well so far. Obviously, crashing this go win made a huge change in my confidence level, but that was just an amazing week overall. I was very relaxed and had a lot of fun that week. I've always imagined myself jumping into Poppy Pond, and that was definitely a dream come true to have my family there jumping in with me. But, you know, it's been a great year. I've been just trying to think positive about every tournament and keep on working to improve on my game, because it's always an ongoing process out here.
I would like to know specifically from you what it felt like, not when it happened, but in the weeks since, because I know it was a dream come true that day. Your speech was remarkable. How you gathered yourself and were so composed was frankly amazing. But what's it been like since for you?
It's been a whirlwind, and things have changed. I mean, for one, I'm doing press conferences. That wasn't happening before, so I'm adjusting my time really, a lot more time commitment. So interviews, the first 2 weeks we had off after Toledo, I was doing multiple interviews a day, so that was great. It was great exposure for me, and so it's just really trying to get my time and my preparation like it was before. But I've been able to do some fun things like put a roof on my grandpa's ranch and you know, throw out the first pitch at the Dodgers game. So I'm adjusting to post major life.
It's been fun to watch you handle that. Let's take some questions. Beth Ann, we'll start with you.
How did you injure the thumb?
I'm not quite sure. You can get a sprain from overuse. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. You know, just in thinking back, the ground was firm, British. And then it started hurting in Toledo on Sunday, the last day. I remember hitting a few shots and going, ouch. And I took about 4 or 5 days off after that. And then when I came back, it was actually quite painful. So it didn't swing a lot. And it didn't really improve going into last week. So I did what I could, but even going into Thursday to Friday, it was getting worse for me. So I just wanted to make sure I wasn't doing any more permanent damage. So it's a ligament issue, and I'm not quite sure how it happened. I'm sure it's just overuse.
Follow-up?
You have such a supportive family and so many close friends. week back at the ranch, or?
When I landed at LAX, I kind of thought my mom had something up her sleeve, and when I came down the escalator, I don't know how many people have been to LAX, but I came down the baggage claim, and I had about 5, 6 of my friends, and they all made signs. My mom was up till 3 in the morning making little go-home signs, and they started screaming, and I was really embarrassed. I was like, shh. But they made a big stink out of it, and we had a couple nice dinners, but no, nothing out of the ordinary, so that's perfect for us.
Other questions? See one right up here in the front.
Jesse Raj with the Rochester newspaper. When did you play like a full round? When the last time you played a full round of golf with the son?
Last Thursday in Michigan, that was the last full round. I started warming up on Friday, and it was worse than it was, so then I took the next 4 days off hitting, and my coach Ian Triggs was here this week, so I hit some balls today. I hit for probably 15, 20 minutes. And so it still hurts, but I see some improvement.
What you mentioned in your bio about your dad was a major influence.
Mm-hmm.
Is something there you can share with us? How did he influence you?
Well, we couldn't afford lessons when I first started, and he knew what a beautiful game golf is, and that I could play it until I stopped walking. And because we couldn't afford it, he picked up Hogan's 5 lessons and taught us from that book. And, he ripped pages out, and they were all over the balls. And so, I mean, he gave me a very solid foundation and really started me in the game.
Steve?
What would it mean if Americans did sweep the majors? What would you think if an American went to the 5th and last major and you do sweep for the first time since '92?
Start with you, Lexi, on that.
Well, that would be huge. I mean, that would be great for women's golf in general, but I think we're all just trying not to really think about that going into the week, putting extra pressure on ourselves. We're just going to go out there, try our best like we do every week out here, and see how the outcome is.
Well,
I think it's really fun for America to watch, and I mean, I'm very proud to be American. But I think the greatest thing about this tour is the diversity, and so I think that adds so much to it.
question right here. The microphone over to Wayne.
Lexi, can you talk about this course compared to Locust Stone, where you guys were for so long? What are the most important aspects when you're coming into a new course as far as getting used to it in a short amount of time?
Being the first year for it, it's everybody's first look, so there's not really any advantage for anybody, but I think the differences was, I think Locust was a little bit tighter, and the rough was probably a good amount thicker, but we did get some rain every time at the beginning of that week, so it always grew up pretty much and was hard to get out, but same thing, like, it's kind of like the same layout, maybe just a little wider, and not as streamlined, but it is an amazing layout and really good for major championships.
Did you need a comment from Mo, or you?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mo.
I've only seen the front line, but
Right.
I would agree again with Lexi. It is wider on the tee box, and it's set up longer. From what I hear, it's close to 1,600, so that's definitely longer than we played at Locust Hill.
Back to each of you and your personal journey to that first major championship. For each of you, it's really a completely different story. A lot happened for you and has happened for you at a very young age. It's taken you a little bit longer. I think both stories are remarkable. Could you share a little personal thoughts about your own journey and quest to be where you are right now in the LPGA?